I've been doing better. I hardly ever think of you lately.
Good afternoon, United. This is Max Indra and
Olivia Hardgrove
here with your afternoon news. The following students will need to pick up their yearbooks from Mrs. Zines in room 312. Meadow Vallant, Kaylee Bevilacqua, Elena Brewer, Jacob Burton, Connor Coffey, Kendall Erb, Adeline Needs, Cameron Sadler, and Carter Simmons. Again, those students need to pick up yearbooks from Mrs. Zines in room 312.
There will be a student council meeting for all high school members on Thursday morning at 7:30. We will discuss two major requests. Please make every effort to attend. See you in room 310. Thank you.
To close out this afternoon's announcements, we will watch a video featuring an interview with Mr. Hostetler about the new building.
Hostetler, and we're in the new building. This will be the band room. First question, what are you most excited for in the new building?
So it's been a trending development in education to get students to collaborate more with each other, with the teachers. So I think this space operates a lot different than a traditional school. So there's lots of collaboration spaces, there's lots of labs that students can really find what they're interested in and do that project-based learning that we've been trying to work with the staff on getting going.
Mm-hmm. What are some differences between the setup in the new building and the setup in our current building, which I know you kind of just answered with the new learning, but any sort of main differences in classroom setups or how they're going to look on the inside?
Well, in each grade level, there's a garage door that opens up into an extended learning area, which is really a neat place where, again, based on projects, based on cooperating with each other, interacting with each other, those will allow the teachers not only to supervise the students, but allow them more space to work in. So each grade level has that. Each grade level has the ability to open up classrooms so that classrooms can join together and do some activities. So.
Sounds good. And then, are there going to be any differences in the way that we maintain this building compared to the old building? I know it's a newer building,
yes.
So are there any new plans on maintenance?
Well, the systems are completely different. So most of our maintenance guys right now spend time fixing things, right? So it's going to be a mind shift of taking care of things, doing things on a regular basis to make sure that everything operates efficiently. Everything is computer-based, which is totally different than what we're used to. So.
What are some new safety features in this building that you're looking forward to?
Some of the main features, so if you think about an alarm system or a fire alarm, what you guys are used to, right? There'll actually be a lockdown button. So if there were ever an emergency, we can lock down, and every pod locks down on its own. So we can isolate. If there were a safety concern, we can isolate very quickly. There's lots of egress areas that students could get out if there were a fire or things like that.
Okay. Yeah. And then, so you kind of answered, there's egress there. So the windows are non-opening.
Right.
So what are some ways that students can still get out without having to use the windows?
Well, without going into the direct safety plans that we can't release, but there are ways to get out. Even though the windows aren't operable, and they aren't operable because we have this constant flow of air that we're not used to in the old building. So the air actually circulates once an hour on a 24-hour basis. So the air circulates on 24 hours or 24 times in a day. But as far as egress, there are lots of areas, and that's how schools are designed now, to make sure that people can get out in a timely fashion.
Okay. And then what are the next steps for our current building?
Well, the Most of it is going to be demoed, and that'll be in the new parking lot. We are keeping the auditorium and gym area, and that's going to be renovated, and so we're still budgeting that piece of it.
Okay. And then when is the planned move-in date for this building, and what does that look like for the students and staff?
Well, we're hoping that we're in May. I looked over to Alex Grossman, so
That's me.
so
Move-in is June
June.
for teachers.
Yeah.
You know, you guys will finish your school year in your old building, but substantial completion, that means we get all of our permits, the certificate of occupancy and everything. It does happen in May, and then the transition is kind of into the June month.
Okay, so it won't affect this school year at all?
No.
There'll be no sort of student involvement in the moving? It's
No.
all, okay.
No,
All right.
you guys are too costly.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.